Welcome back to Action Figure Obsession. It's me, your old pal Avian, and loaded, and here is the 2020 Gamerverse Captain America. This is the reissue they did of the one that originally came out with more of a blue color scheme. This is more of a tactical sort of SWAT team look for the video game version of Captain America. And if you look up the video game, the Avengers video game, I'm not sure what year that came out, if it was 2019 or 2020. This figure came out in 2020, but there was an earlier couple of figures from it that came out earlier than that, so I think it's possible the video came out in 2018 or 2019. I don't know. Don't really care. Not a video game guy. But the wave also included, this was the Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure wave. This is the Joe Fixit arm, the left arm of Joe Fixit. It was a very ugly figure. The head sculpt was terrible, and the skin tone was kind of a taupey, turdy, greenish, brownish, grayish. I mean, you know, if you woke up in the morning and just found that in your toilet bowl, you'd be really worried. You'd be really concerned. All I'm saying, that Joe Fixit arm is probably going to go right in the trash. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I don't save Build-A-Figure parts anymore. But I did want this Captain America back in my collection. I had it and purged it along with a lot of other stuff. But as we've talked about recently, I have a thing, you know, for Captain America. A lot of Captain America figures in my collection. There's another 4 that aren't represented here. They're in my Avengers display and my Bronze Age Marvel display and my Marvel vs. Capcom display and on my Jack Kirby shelf. So that's where the other 4 Hasbro Marvel Legends Captain Americas are that you don't see here. And then I have this one here, the 20 years cap from 2022. That is my 3rd copy of that particular figure. I have one on my Avengers shelf, and I have another right here on the work table. That's this guy over right here. So, and I think that's the best so far of all of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Captain Americas, and probably still will be, even if they do a maximum one, because we know how that maximum line is going. But anyway, this Gamerverse Captain America from the Avengers video game that came out either in the late 20-teens or 2020, somewhere in there. Doesn't really look like the depiction of the guy's face. The guy if you look up the artwork on the internet, the face is a little more rough-hewn, a little more imposing. This looks like Saul Goodman from Better Call Saul, you know, Bob Odenkirk, with a you know, losing his hair. But I'm more interested in putting the masthead on him anyway, and I took a look. If you look up reviews of this figure from back in 2020, the Stealth Gamerverse Captain America, some of the heads were just ghastly with the paintwork, and you can see a little bit of it around where the mask meets his face, like he's got like a meat flap there because they didn't get the paint in to cover the edge of the mask, and that same with the chin strap there. That top of that should be brown, but the eyes look pretty good, and that is much better than I saw on some of the other reviews that I watched of the figure. The A is pretty jacked up, but I can fix that with my silver paint pen. That is one aspect that I think I can handle. The wings don't look terrible. Okay, I was going to say it looks like there's paint missing, but that's actually a sculpted detail on the wings on both sides, and it's identical on both sides. So that isn't actually missing paint. It's just part of the sculpt, I guess, or the paint didn't get into that part of the sculpt. I don't know. Maybe when I'm fixing the A, I'll take a good look at that and try to figure that out. But you can see that A really needs some help. But, you know, I'll take a thing I can fix like the A over, you know, more detailed problems that this one doesn't seem to be too badly afflicted with. Out of the box, he comes with a left Trigger finger hand, which is I'm using to hold the shield with the peg on the back of the shield, because I don't trust those clips because they break most of the time, sooner or later. And then a right fist on his right hand, and then he also comes with a left fist and a right trigger finger hand. So the full, as full a loadout of fists or hands rather, trigger fingers and fists, I think, should be the bare minimum for most Marvel Legends, and you should have 2 trigger finger hands and 2 fisted hands, left and right, and that should be the bare acceptable minimum for a Marvel Legends figure. These figures they're shipping now with 1 trigger finger hand and 1 fist, and that's it, or and no complementary hand for the other, or, complementary type of hand for the other side. It's so unacceptable, Hasbro. Really, really bad. But just to give you a little spin around here, he does have a little silver paint on his back, where the shield, is supposed to, I guess, be magnetically held to him. Could have used a lot more paint on some of these straps to give it a little bit more life and really make it seem like a little bit more of a premium figure. There's some paint like that black paint there on the straps, although you can see that it's not very well painted. The buttons on the pouches, always good if they throw just a little teeny tiny dot of paint on those. Really brings it to life, really sells the idea that it's not just a dollar store toy. I can see that his feet are now collapsing out from under him. So let me, wow, so he's got weak feet. Okay, that's good to know. Can fix that with Kiki's, but right out of the box, that shouldn't be a problem, but it is. And then the shield is really interesting. It's one of the most unique shields, I think, for any Captain America toy. I guess it must use the same design from the video game. You can see there the silver paint on the top of the left and right sort of points of the star. The paint's a little jacked up there. I don't know if I could fix that or not. I don't want to mess with this too much. I mean, I got this for about $15 on Amazon, same day shipping. Got it the same day. $15 shipped because we have Amazon Prime, and it was. And my biggest hope was that the paint on the head wouldn't be too crappy, and it's not. It doesn't look too bad. Let me see if I can slap that on there and show you what it looks like. All right, so there he is with the head swapped out, the civilian head taken off, and there he is with the masked Captain America head. Again, as you can see, that definitely needs some help. There was apparently not a lot of good quality control at the factory when they were making these, because if you watch the reviews of this guy, it's just painful seeing what some people ended up. I mean, I got a little paint missing around, the chin strap and the mask there, you can see, especially right there with that meat flap hanging out. But, from a distance, he looks okay. It's not the world's greatest figure. It's pretty basic articulation, no butterfly joints. Thankfully, no drop-down hips, because fuck drop-down hips. They're a catastrophe. And at least how Hasbro does them. And but just to, as another Captain America to add to my growing Captain America collection, I think I'm coming up on 40 now total, including my 2 Marvel Selects, which are 7-inch, not 6-inch, but they're 6-inch figures. I think it's at about 37 or 38, depending on, how you want to count. Do you include the movie figures? Do you include Sam Wilson? Do you include John Walker? Do you include the movie figures? If we're just talking Steve Rogers's, I think it's probably at about 36 all in. But, at one of these points, I'll probably just take all of them and put them right over here, because, frankly, all but 4 are, 6, counting the Marvel Selects, which are in my 7-inch display, but all but 4 are right here on the table anyway, so it's not going to be too big of a hassle, and hopefully I don't knock everything over and cause a mass casualty event. But if you missed the earlier video, I did get the work table cleared off enough, at least, that I could do this video and give you a look at the 2020 Gamerverse Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure wave of Hasbro Marvel Legends, Steve Rogers, Captain America. It would have been nice if he looked as good in figure form as he did in the video game. This is, as Anthony's Customs often notes about Marvel Legends, it looks more like a guy in cosplay than the guy from the video game. But as I say, it was $15, including shipping from Amazon Prime. So what do you want for $15? I got another Captain America to add to the display, and he'll go in here somewhere. And maybe I'll get another video out of it, just putting all the Captain Americas right over here in the area. And then at some point, I got to figure out what I'm doing with this guy, the 20 years, my number 3, my third 20 years Captain America, that I picked up really, really good price on Friday night, just $25 for that guy. Couldn't leave him sitting on the shelf for that, because that is, in my opinion, the best Hasbro Marvel Legends Captain America to date. I know it has pins. I don't give a crap. My legs have not warped on mine, and I just think he's absolutely stunning with the sort of cell shading on the scale mail, and the boots and the gloves, and that beautiful, beautiful Paul Harding. I mean, Paul Harding sculpted both heads, but that alternate head right there, the unmasked Steve Rogers head, that's worth $25 all by itself, in my opinion. So no regrets here, either on the Gamerverse Captain America or my third 20 years Captain America. Just more more caps for the shelf, and that always makes me happy. Thanks for joining me for this edition of Action Figure Obsession. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you have anything to say about it, you have any comments, feel free to leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't yet done that, and hit the subscribe button, then the notification bell, and YouTube will let you know the next time I upload another Action Figure Obsession video, which could be soon, and it could be about all of my Captain Americas. Wouldn't that be something? As we approach too many videos to count on this channel. It's getting up there. But thank you again for joining me, and I will see you on the next Action Figure Obsession.